Alright, we are at Deron-Guld center. Alright, let's see this Crower's shop. Alright, one trader here, and this is a general store, and this is a Solomon's armory. Noble's home, Berlin's home. Tent of the Faithful, Soldier's home, storage house. Okay, I think we should start with the armory shop.
Out of my way.
Wait, there is a merchant right here, alright? Crower.
Hello.
Welcome to my humble shop. Name's Crower, what can I do for you? Show me your stuff. Let's start with weapons. Alright. Version of the Tortured Mind. Fatal 5, Fatal 7, okay. It's worse than my weapon, okay. Dwarven battle axe. 2 to 9, okay. It's not that expensive, alright. Gentleman's walking stick, dexterity bonus. Okay. Armor. Gladiator's fancy cuirass. Okay. Let's protection against slashing. More protection against stabbing damage, okay. Bonus to charisma. Okay. Maybe for my barbarian type. I'm not sure this actually. Alright, what else do you have? Hunter's armband. Aim and accuracy 3%. That's could be useful. Okay. What does my armband do? Bracelets, focus bonus, okay. And this one, aim and accuracy 3%. Do you have an armband? Yes, you have one.
Well,
you have none. You have none too. Okay.
I'm listening.
Bargain persuasion. Okay, you have one. But that's not. Ah, you don't have any. Okay. You are right.
Where's the will?
Wait. You can have two.
What?
You can have two.
What's you need?
Well, in this case, I'm going to take it. Since I can equip both. Okay.
Where's the fight?
Alright, save. Save. I said.
Yes.
Let's move. Deron-Guld's hospital, okay. Alright, is this the armory? Looks like it. Alright, a chest. Let's start with this chest. Alright. Empty? Sure, why not? Alright.
Hello.
Solomon. Good day, my lord. Interested to put your hands on some sort of stout armor. What do you have? No you have weapons too, okay. Blade Cracker, Colorful Kite Shield, okay. Star Spangled Great Shield. Yes! I want that. Sure, wooden Hazard Shield, Colorful Kite Shield, I have that one. Alright. But, so those are weapons. armors now. Blue Brigantine, Chainmail, Horbeck, Cuirass, Knights, Half Plate. Alright. Light leather armor, plate armor, splint mail. I guess I could buy a plate armor for my second warrior. Tunic on the Vigilant, I have that. I guess I could buy a second plate armor for my warrior. Alright. Helmets. Chain skull cap, infantry barbute, plate gauntlets. Do you have one? I guess I didn't think so that you have. Let me buy one. Okay, plate gauntlets. Guess that's it, right? Okay, let's see. This is a superior shield. I want that. How does it look? Okay, looks cool. Plate armor to you.
I'm listening.
Yes, to you. I will sell these. You have plate gauntlets, right? Okay.
Well,
You too. Alright.
where's the will?
What is your wish?
What?
Alright, I don't need that.
A beer would be nice. Thank you.
Arrows, some boots. Don't want this.
Yes.
Alright, some gloves. Alright, this helmet.
Go ahead.
Alright, it's better actually, okay. What about you?
Take
Do you,
some.
do you need one? More stabbing resistance, less slashing. I guess why not? Okay.
Where's the fight?
Yeah, I want to sell you then my armor, which I don't use right now. This half plate. Those 3 pieces. This shield. Alright. That will do.
Something you want to
Let's
bash?
save. Alright.
Yes, yes.
At least some good items. Alright. Cool shield. Alright, we're outside again.
My way.
So what do we have here? Grey Guild Hall, Tent of the Faithful, General Store. Alright, let's start with the main quest. Keep your distance. You have heard about the plague, right? No, I haven't. I'm Lord Atli. I have come with a message from Council. Of course, my lord. Go right in. Guildhall, upper floor. The most esteemed Lord Atli. My lord, at last you have arrived. I trust you have brought word from the king. Indeed I have, Lord Frailsea, in the form of this letter, and may I extend His Majesty's most felicious greetings. Thank you, my lord.
What are you then? Mongrel or thief?
I don't bandy insults with outlaws and patricides.
You... How I ought to...
Lord Aldna, your temper serves you better on the battlefield
then in council. We, all of us, have more pressing questions to attend to. Now, Lord Espen, please enlighten us as to the purpose of this diplomat contingent.
To see was ever any of you ready to give up this foolishness before Deron-Guld is overrun. Perhaps convening this council was ill-advised. Well, things have gotten a little out of hand. Like Lord Aldnar, I am most curious to know how you came by your noble title. I have never heard your name before today, Lord Utley.
Here, here. Explain yourself, boy.
Aldnar was such disappointment to Lord Espen. He cast around for another woman close at hand to produce a new heir. That woman was my mother, thus my claim to the title. Aldnar, also a traitor. Today you hide behind this temporary rank, emissary of the king, but one day soon I will see you dead. Easy there, Lord Aldnar. You may continue your sped when the council's business is finished. Is King Velandric ready to negotiate in good faith? His Majesty is ready to negotiate an agreement that balances Deron-Guld, vast wealth and Isilbright's military prowess. Spoken like a true diplomat. What are the king's terms? His terms are quite strict. Increased taxes, installation of a garrison of loyal troops in Deron-Guld, and the public disavowal of the rebellion by all members of the War Council. That's be the day. Strict, he says, more like extraordinary. Extraordinary. Let's cut to the point, shall we? So we accede to King Vendrick's wishes. What does Deron-Guld get out of this agreement? His Majesty is promising to relax taxes in return for a larger share of war and a bigger military commitment from Deron-Guld to protect the kingdom from her enemies. That all sounds good. I wonder if we could see it in writing. I already know what promises are worth. I have reviewed the king's missive and I admit the news is not what I would hoped. Get on with it. Yes, let's have it, Lord Fresley. King Velandric's demands are as follows. The disarming and demobilization of our army. No, that is not going to happen while I sit on this council. The emissary just now said our army was needed to help defend the kingdom. An increase in taxation of 20%, that is in addition to the current agreement. But the pretend Lord Espen said our taxes will be lowered, not increased. As if the beggary to which we have been reduced is not enough. He may as well try and milk a stone. 75% of our ore to be shipped to the capital without compensation.
Outrage upon outrage.
That ore represents the very foundation of Deron-Guld. Why not just burn the city to the ground and be done with it? And the last demand is the surrender by the War Council of half our land to be selected by the king. Has Velandric gone mad? That is the only answer that makes sense to me. That is all, lords and ladies. What say you? Purely ridiculous. I feel Lord Utley has been less than forthright. He promised balance. That was a lie.
This entire pathetic charade has been one long insult to the honor of Deron-Guld, especially coming from a nameless, low-born swine such as them. Velianric sent a common gutter snipe to speak on his behalf. What does that say of his intentions? I've spent too much time on this nonsense already.
Lord Aldar is right. This is a travesty and I will not partake of it.
This is going nowhere.
It was handled poorly, but after all we had to make it to do without Veliandric's diplomat. Yes, he would have known the king's true mind. Perhaps he would have been prepared to negotiate. I'm willing to at least consider a compromise. How much longer can we fight both the Plague and Isilbright? Why do these chairs have to be so hard? Whatever the council's feelings on these matters, no decision may be made without every member's participation. Lord Talon's right. Let's adjourn for now and think on these matters privately. Lord Atlee, would you attend me in my chambers, please? Okay.
Out of my way.
Let's go there. Oh, that's a big audience room. Alright. Noble lodging, okay.
Yes. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry you had to go through that. And I'd like it if we were meeting under different circumstances.
Thank you for your kind words. Your compatriots didn't seem to be particularly open-minded about the missive from Isilbrite. My most sincere apologies for Aldmar in particular. You must understand, war has us all on the edge. Aldmar is a bastard. Being one myself, I know better than most. Yes, I suspect you should know Aldmar better than most at that, so I need not explain his disposition. But let us speak now of more pressing concerns. I should tell you, I knew your father. He was a good man, stubborn and wrong about who he supported, but a good man nonetheless. You have come to Deron-Guld under his banner. Then you, young Espen, you must understand the conditions. Well, if my father, then why are so many here hostile to his banner? Well, you see, I reached out to your father as the rebellion began. I believed he would understand the reasons behind our cause. At first he seemed amenable to listening, but something changed. I know not what my last messengers had was found bound to the scarecrow on the road just north of here. Shortly thereafter, Lord Espen pledged himself openly to the king. Before any further communication could take place, Aldmar gathered a contingent of our earliest conscripts and, well, you know the rest. There was nothing I could do. Aldmar murdered our father in cold blood. That many troops on the road, and no one noticed them missing? Things turned chaotic very fast, and they still are. When we declared our independence and rallied our banners, Deron-Guld was awash in fighting. There were many, and we had not yet entirely organized. By the time the other lords and ladies noticed Aldmar missing, it was too late. My father killed your messenger. That seems unlike the man I once knew. It was, but passions ran high, and your father was a man of passion. I don't know why he did what he did, but I wished to discuss matters with him further. I never had a chance. As the new head of House Espen, why is any of this a problem for me?
The king sent you here as an insult.
Lord Espen is dead. His house was erased. His properties became those of the crown. His true-born son renounced his family name and is now a traitor, like the rest of us here in Deron-Guld. So the king sent Espen's bastard under Espen's banner as the new head of the dead house. The king means to show us that he alone decides the fate of the nobility in his lands. Our fates are in his to control. So your missive of peace? There are no true terms of surrender there. The only way the king will allow peace is one where all gathered here kneel before the chopping block. Okay. Well, so far as I can tell, at least some of you deserve it. One of you in particular. There will be a reckoning one way or another, I suppose, but the king's offer of peace will not lead to diplomatic solution. So then what is to be done about this missive? The other nobles and I will need time to discuss a response. The mood at the moment seems, well, rather hostile. I am more inclined toward keeping lines of communications open, despite the king's insult, but there are other pressing matters which I must also attend to, of more immediate import. Do not fear, young Espen, your head will not perch upon a scarecrow while I yet live. Before we discuss your mission further, though, I feel you have questions. There are bodies piled on the streets of your city. What's going on? Yes, you will have noticed on your way into the city that there are very few people out on the streets, alive anyway. You will also have noticed the markings on buildings, denoting houses where the plague has taken root. Nobody is allowed inside those places and nobody out. A month ago, citizens of Deron-Guld and our soldiers stationed here began to come down with a terrible illness. It is a terrible wasting illness. It begins with coughing and progresses to fever and death. Healers, priests and wizards alike sought for a cure but have come up with nothing. It spread slowly in the beginning but quickly turned into a ripple of death, decimating our citizens. We had plans for a war of attrition before that, but I'm afraid that is not an option anymore. The graveyard overflows and was expanded, but we have reached the point where we are simply dumping the bodies in pits. These days we barely have enough manpower to collect the bodies off the streets to begin with. I'm afraid that if we do not find a treatment soon, it will signal the last few coughing breaths for Deron-Guld. Okay. And what are your duties? Here. I manage our armed forces throughout Islemerald. The War Council makes decisions together on major tactical and diplomatic issues, but I handle the day-to-day movements of our armies. I also try to manage the city and its surroundings as well as I can, but these days it's getting very I must admit. What is the state of the war against Isilbride? It is not going well, I'm afraid. Our forces are stretched thin across the countryside. We recently had some sort of sabotage in the iron mines, which has halted production of weapons and trade goods. The war has drawn out too long without many decisive victories, and it is hurting morale. Our resources, both manpower and rations, are dwindling and things aren't going to get any better unless something changes. What's worse, people have begun to disappear from their houses at night, so even the citizens of Deron-Guld, who do not all wish to be part of this war, are afraid in their own homes. Okay. We mentioned disappearances. Yes, as though other problems were not enough, someone or something has been taking people from their homes at night. I don't have the soldiers to investigate it because of everything else going on, but the people are terrified. Okay, I think I have heard enough. What must be done before you can attempt to convince the War Council to move forward with diplomacy? We have to put a stop to this plague and find out who or what is responsible for the disappearances. We cannot continue with this war if our city is on the brink of collapse from within. I don't have the resources or the manpower to deal with all these problems simultaneously, so I must ask, will you help me, young Espen? If this is the only way to complete my mission here, I suppose I must.
I am still debating what might be done about the plague. But in the meantime, I have a lead on the disappearances, and I would like you to investigate. The two may well be connected as well. In the local inn, the Curious Cat, and is waiting for you. Go speak to them, please. Report back to me when the task is done, and we will speak further.
Curious Cat, I don't know that place. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to end this session for today. Thank you for watching and until next time.